How we doing today, man?
My guy, how are you?
Man, we over here. We trying to figure out what's going on, man. But first off, man, what was your thoughts on Sunday's game, man?
Obviously, it's tough after a loss, right? Like either way, but being a veteran now, I understand that you got to just take your L's and dissect it, especially when you're not playing. But I think the biggest takeaway was just we obviously need to improve, and we need to improve fast offensively. Just speaking for my own guys, like up front, we need to make sure that we watch the film, which we did yesterday, very very deeply as a group and individually, and just fix some of the things that we had to. Man, like just there was a few things throughout the game for different reasons,
Yeah.
but to be able to take those things and improve on them and just make sure you're not repeating them week by week. Does that make sense? They were new issues, obviously, that we didn't do week one, but we got to make sure we can't go into week three with that.
No, without a doubt, right? Never want to have the same issues going forward, man. But asking you, man, as a lineman, man, when you were watching the game, we've never seen Ben get hit that much, right? And he took some really significant shots. Were you ever concerned about his health at any point, man?
I'm never really. I mean, obviously, like you don't want the quarterback to be hit at all, let alone that many times.
Yeah.
And that's a group effort, both for the O line, but also just for all 11 guys. I think that the biggest thing, 7 is 7, as you know. He's been hit a lot harder. He's been hit a lot more violently, especially back in the day when y'all were playing and y'all didn't have any rules. And you guys were reckless and stuff, taking off each other's heads.
Why you got to put it like that, man? Don't make it sound like that.
Because you're
man.
old, Mo.
I am
you're old
not
now, and you know
that old. I am not that old, man. Jeez.
But so I never really thought that 7 wasn't going to be able to go or anything like that in terms of injury. But those hits were violent. I will tell you this: one of the biggest takeaway that we have, and you got to remember, we have a young group. A couple of them just came from college. And the other ones, minus Trey, who's been doing it longer than anybody, they got to understand that when we do, it's a bad look when we're not picking them up and things like that. I think that was the biggest takeaway from everything is, we're not going to be perfect all year, but we need to show that we got his back by picking him up, regardless if you were the one that gave up the sack or not. We just can't leave them in the dirt like that. You know what I mean? Like that's not only a bad look, but it's not having your guys back.
No, 100%, man.
And they know that. You know what I mean? Like they know that. They understood it from the film, and they felt bad. I mean, they understood it when we first told him on the field, especially after that one violent one where he was laying down for a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's not like like I told you guys last week or the week before. A lot of coachable guys, a lot of guys that want to get better. We don't have any big heads in our room, so. Yeah.
That's absolutely good to hear, though.
No, 100%, man. 100%.
What type of access do you have with the team right now? Are you there like 100% of the time with the O-line meetings, team meetings, and whatnot?
Yeah. I'm in there. I'm in every meeting, at every practice, walk through things like that. Just getting my rehab done early morning. One of the first guys in there to make sure I can knock that out and still be a part of the team through this process.
So you mentioned the stuff about picking up Ben after he's getting hit. Has there been any other key points that you've talked with the offensive line about after seeing that game on Sunday?
I think a lot of this stuff came from assignment and technique. So that's the biggest thing. And Coach Clem got us right a lot in the film room yesterday. Coach T, Coach Canada. Just not only from a whole offensive standpoint, but an offensive line standpoint. And like I said, we got to get things fixed. And we got to establish ourselves, you know what I mean, in our identity. And we still haven't been able to do that yet.
All right, and then this last one, man, we have is from NSMC99. Asking about the offensive line and what technical adjustments you might be seeing that this O-line can make to help them, with their productivity.
I think one of the biggest things that we displayed in the run game is that we need to get to the second level more. Not only worry about moving the guys up front, but also getting to the second level, whether it's a DB in the box or it's one of the core linebackers. I think when we're able to establish that consistently, we'll have a better identity of ourselves. Like I said, we haven't been able to display who we actually are yet.
Well,
that gives us hope, though, because I'm one of the people that have been saying this whole offseason, I think the line's going to be improved from last year. So I'm still
Yeah,
holding out hope
yeah.
for sure, especially with some of the stuff you're saying today.
And I'm
With
holding
the
out
new
for when
group
you
that
come
we
back.
have, yeah, I appreciate that, man. With the
Yes.
new group that we have, we're like I said, we're still trying to find that identity. It'd be one thing if we've been here for a year or two together, all as a group and things like that, and we were all healthy and things like that, and then we displayed what we displayed, on Sunday. But I like I said, we're going to make improvements. We have shown that we've been able to make improvements in things. We just showed the lack of consistency. I think that's going to be the biggest game this week, is the biggest tell this week, is if we're able to establish consistency, not only in the run game, but also in the pass game and the protection and the play action. I think one thing that we've been able to display and show that we do well is the screen game and open space. Our guys, like I said, man, you can't coach effort, and our guys are showing that. So it's not like they're not giving effort. It's not like we're being lackadaisical. It's not like we're not stepping up to the plate in terms of effort and finish. But when in terms of that identity, I'm really excited for the guys to be able to display that this week.
I like it, man. Well, hey, we looking forward to seeing the guys get that, dub this weekend on the bounce back. But appreciate you as always, man, and we'll kick it with you again next week, baby.
Mo, Deke, it's always good, man. Talk to you next week.
All
No
right,
doubt,
peace,
baby.
man.
Peace.